Muck is incredibly fun, but it is just too hard for me. So, I modded the game to make it easier. So, you probably are thinking, wow, this guy is a noob. Well, you're right, and in my defense, it does come to luck with the seeds. So I'm gonna change that. Just like when I modded Carlson, I could only change the code and not in the editor. So I had to learn Dani's code, and my gosh, I cannot understand it. He is next level programmer. This is gonna be really tough for me. Oh? Who's Dani? Well, Dani's this very epic game maker dude, I don't know. But you know, helping small creators out there, go sub to his YouTube. Since Muck supports multiplayer, there's going to be a lot of code that I don't understand because I've never done multiplayer before. To add on to that, it is written for Steam. Oh, written for Steam? Why you ask? Oh yeah, Dani released Muck on Steam for free. Go check it out, gamer. Anyways, let's get to modding. One thing that bugged me was how slow the player is at attacking or mining. The average time is about 9 seconds to hit a tree with a rock. I decided the player should be able to hit much faster, and here is how fast I think should be the norm. Oh, what's this? Attack speed? Crank that up, baby! Oh yeah! Oh, what's this? Speed and jump? Crank that up! Because I had increased attack speed, I decided an attack will require stamina. Currently, attacking does not take away any stamina, so here I'm added if the player attacks, it would take away that amount of stamina. And bam! Balanced! Speaking of balanced, I'm sure we all hate the nighttime, so I balanced it to be shorter and the daytime longer. In Muck, the critical chance is actually randomized, and I feel like it's satisfying when you can get a critical by actually doing something. So I added some code so that if you jump, you could get critical attacks. Perfect. Now, Big Chunk is a bit too small, so I made him giant. Ah yes, that feels much more fitting. Remember Big Chunker? Well, this is him now. What? Man's large, but its attack is so small. So I made it so that as it rolls, it becomes larger. Well, what about Gronk? Well, Gronk seems kinda big for his speed, so I made him small and fast. What the? Not that small. So in Muck, there are 3 game modes. Survival, the one we know, Versus, where it's like Battle Royale, and Creative mode, which is more like peaceful mode instead of creative. So I'm going to change that. So in creative mode, there's no natural mob spawns, and that's it. I can say 100% that we all expected all items unlocked and infinite resources. So first, I had to understand Dani's crafting code. It was complicated, but I eventually put many pieces of code under a condition.
Boring! Shut up, nerd!
Muck just got updated and there are so many new contents that I have to add to my mod now. I took another few days to implement everything in again, and oh wow, there's a lot to add. So after adding everything back into the new update, we got a dragon to deal with. Not gonna lie, it is kinda slow, so I decided to buff it and whoa! Okay, for real though, now the dragon can travel much farther, and by some math magic, it's much faster and harder. There is a new structure in the game essential to beating Muck. It is the boat, and you will need to gather materials to repair it. I want it to be repaired for free in creative mode. It was fairly simple. Change one line and boom! Very satisfying. Oh yes. Alright, now the new boss Guardian. He's too OP! So I decided to make some changes. You know how the Guardian can calculate your movement and strike you? I made that strike attack smaller. I also made him a bit larger and dumber and thick. Is it just me or is he looking kinda thick? Now the final thing I wanted to add was the ability for mobs to lose you. Once they spot you, they're never gonna leave you alone. So by adding a quick else if and some deleting, I can finally escape these pests. Look at them, huh? Get back to your spawn. Well, another day, another update. So there's another new update, a small update. So now there are Steam achievements and little secrets. So again, I implemented everything back in, and because creative mode allows everything to be repaired, I made it so that you can't gain achievements in creative mode. Very fair. Speaking of fair, have you liked the video yet? You've watched this far, I mean, it's right there. This was incredibly fun to make. Muck, very fun, play on Steam today. I'll probably release this mod. It's literally one DLL file. I don't really know. Well, if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, ring bell, enjoyed this gameplay, and peace!